YouTube. It's William Collins with WC Knives. I'm out on a bow hunt. This is my Bear Element, and set up camp about 50 yards that away. Just kind of scattered out this area a little bit, and right behind me, I'll move the camera so you can see this. That, my friends, is a massive deer run. I mean, just look. You can see how much it is, but I mean, that is just tore up. See how the grass is laid down? Just trampled. I got my stand set up in my usual location. Maybe I'd move my camp a little bit further downriver. But that is deer tracks. We're crossing that slough. I think in the morning, instead of getting on my stand, I'm not going to get on my stand till late. I think I'm going to get my bow and I'm going to set up right in there early in the morning. Right here is Overcup Acorns. And I mean, they have just plowed the ground. Not only deer, but hogs too. I don't know if you see this or not, but this ground is just tore up. Well, they're just peeling the bark off of that tree. You see over there where they've been rooting. I think I set my camp up right in the middle of the run. Problem is, every time I set up camp out here, within half a mile of anywhere, it's right on top of a deer run. That's good and bad. Bad because there's so many deer runs, you don't know which one they're going to hit. Good because, well, just a lot of deer runs. But I think for a little while, I've already got camp set up. So I think I'm going to ease off in a thicket out here and just kind of sit down and see what happens. So hang with me, buddy. Buddies or budettes. For all you ladies out there, we're going to see what happens. So stick with me. Well, didn't see anything. So a few squirrels. Don't want to take a shot at them, but that's my hunt up. But anyway, I got my camp set up. Got my Hennessy hammock. Me hang my bow up. Anyway, I was telling you before, I'm using, in case you're wondering, Bear Element with just Cabela's cheap arrows, carbon fiber arrows with 126 grain razor points. You can see that. Practicing the other day just to make sure that it was still on. I think it was the day before yesterday. I was pretty consistent up to about 40 yards. I'm really confident taking a shot up to 35 or so, but anyway, I was hitting them in the long area at 40. So 35 is a pretty good shot for me. Most of the deer I see out here though is 15 to 20 yards. I mean, they're pretty close because it's so thick. You don't see them until they're just about on top of you. Gotta be quick. So anyway, let me hang my bow up and I'll show you camp, but it's really not much to it. I'm gonna have a cold camp tonight, and maybe I won't spook any of the game around here. Tomorrow is supposed to be a phenomenal day. It's a new moon day. So it's right now it's Thursday the 3rd. So tomorrow will be the 4th of October. And so we are going to hunt all day tomorrow and Saturday if necessary. So anyway, then leave out Sunday morning. Well, I'll tell you what, getting here was a pain. I usually videotape it, but I had moved about 3 miles on down the river, and once you get past that bridge, you know, if you looked at my other videos, you saw the bridge. Once you get on the other side of it, that river is so low that I was having to get out and push the boat. I got my feet soaking wet, so I got to dry them out tonight and get some socks changed. But I tell you what, and this is supposed to be waterproof boots, so even if you use waterproof boots, still take your pair of socks, extra pair of socks. Just a little bit of advice, because you never know. They're not supposed to leak, but they did. Of course, they're probably 8-10 years old. So anyway, finally got here. It took me about 2 hours just to make it a couple of miles to the bridge. Once I got to the bridge, everything was fine. Just had to slow down because the water it's about 7 feet below normal right now, so water's pretty low. So anyway, let me put you on pause, and I'll hang my bow up and show you what my camp looks like. Look at that, folks. I think that's a bleeder mushroom. I'm not sure. It sure looks like it. Let's save that. Alright, down here is a little slough I came up. It's just off the river. It's you can see my boat down there in the bottom. And if you come off to the left here, right up there, probably can't see it, but there about 35-40 yards is the river. And there's my camp, my little Hennessy hammock. And got my stuff hanging up there. My bucket. And camp in a bucket. And I've got my pack right there wrapped up in my poncho. In case it does come a shower overnight, then it'll kind of keep that dry. So that's it. Got some clean dry shirts and clothes underneath the tarp there for the hammock. So you can see those up in there. It's kind of dark in there, but maybe you can see them. And this here is my extra little Eno or Eco hammock, the little small one that folds up to about that big, like a pair of socks. I like to keep that one so that in the evening, as you saw in my 24 hours upriver, I like to keep that one around so that I can just lounge around during the day if I wanted to. Alright, what I intend to do is I'm going to rest tonight. I am beat. Like I said, getting in here was a pain. I had to paddle my boat. Motor got hung up in mud, so I had to lift it up. Like I said, I had to walk and push. I forget what they call sculling. Oh, that ain't it. But there's some term for it when you have to float your boats out and walk. So that's what I had to do. I'm wearing my hunting belt in case you guys are curious. I don't know if you are or not, but I'll tell you. And instead of wearing a little 410, I use just a Ruger 22 single action. Instead of using hollow points or anything like that, I use shot in there. I find it squirrels don't run off near as much. And if I come across a squirrel that I want dinner, then I'll use shot and I'll take him. So as long as it don't mess my hunt up. You saw my bow. The knife that I have on my belt is the one that, if you on my Facebook, you saw this knife. This is the kukri that I made myself. It has green linen micarta with orange G10 liners. Blade is about I think is about 6 inches, if I remember right. I left it unpolished just because I thought it looked cool. No other reason than that. But this one's made out of 1084 steel, and I thought maybe I'd try that. So far, I really like it. I don't see that much difference between it and 1095, to be honest with you. Holds an edge very well. It has a very high convex grind with a very steep secondary, because you can see the polish on the edge. It's probably almost a 15-degree polish on the edge for a secondary bevel. But I just love kukris. I've said it before, and I kind of patterned this after another kukri that I bought from Larson Forge and Finish. Dale Larson makes some fantastic knives. And so I got one of his kukris, and this one's fashioned somewhat to his. The handle's different, and he has a guard on his that I just prefer not to have. But he makes some good knives. If you run across him on eBay, he's a great guy. He's made a couple of customs for me, and I still have 4 or 5 of his knives that I use every now and then. So I got a Nessbuck from him that I've skinned I don't know how many deer with that knife, and it's just a good knife, wonderful knife. I always have to take off the handles and replace the handles because his handles are so small, and you know me, I like bigger handles. But anyway, this one's patterned, the blade's patterned after his small kukri, which I just loved it. So I wanted to make me one with my logo on it because I'm a knife maker, man. It's nothing wrong with his knife. I mean, his knife done great. It's just that I wanted to make my own. So there you go. All right, snacked on some jerky and some cheese, and I think I'm gonna make sure I'm hydrated and just kind of relax and call it a night here very shortly. So we'll get back with you in the morning, and hopefully we'll get us a buck. The regulations here is you can kill a spike. On one side has to be a spike with no forks or anything coming off of it. The other side could be 10 or 15 points. It doesn't matter as long as one side is spiked. And the inside spread has to be a minimum of 13 inches if it's not a spike. So again, it's a slot. I don't like the slot, but that's what we have to deal with around here. So we'll see if we can't get that a legal one. I won't shoot at anything that I don't think is legal. So if it ain't legal, then I thought it was legal. So far I haven't made a mistake and shot something that wasn't illegal or wasn't legal. So alright, thanks for joining me, fellas, on this trip. We're going to spend a couple of days and hunt, and hopefully we get us at least one on the ground, maybe 2. We'll see how it goes. Stay tuned.